Hello, folks, and welcome back to twitch.tv/games with Nick. Today is Monday, so we're going to continue our playthrough of the original Assassin's Creed. We've been slowly murdering high-level targets in the Middle East for our Assassin's Guild. Don't quite have a full view of the overall goal was to follow. But it seems like there's some sort of bigger conspiracy happening. Alright, so.
When the Animus shows you are being watched by an informed guard, you should blend immediately. Even
As a reminder, the overall meta narrative is that we are Desmond Miles, guy who happens to be a descendant of a long line of assassins, and there's a machine called the Animus that is reading through our memories, and that's what we're living. The big cathedral. I don't think we've climbed the big cathedral. That might be for the next few. Oh boy. So our channel goal to eventually, before I die, have a stream of all of the Assassin's Creed. Now, will we manage to do it? I don't know, but it's a lofty goal. Almost as lofty as the Great American Nintendo 64 Challenge, calling it, where I tried to play through and beat every Nintendo 64 game released in the US. Again, will we get that done? I don't know. I hope that by the time I retire, I will have finished most of it. There's 296 games in the Nintendo 64 American Library. We have currently completed one and almost the second one. So the odds of us finishing before I die, I don't know if they're looking good, but we'll do our best. Which is the only thing we can do. How do I climb this shit?
Leave now, or I'll make you leave every turn. We cast them out
Climb
of
this?
Ica and pushed them from the
Yeah, this should
countryside.
get me in
Now
first
they
level.
retreat to the south, begging Saladin to save them. But he will not succeed, for none can withstand the might of King Richard's army. He is graced by God.
I guess those windows are not climbable. Here I should. Here and then make my way through here. Nope.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave. Come no further.
I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to get down, dude. This is a legitimately tricky
Fixed in your belief,
climbing.
though the road is long and your trials many, know that God watches over.
We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the other tries to embrace. What good could come of this when our king cannot decide what he truly wants? But what you knows, if you would only listen.
I hope no one was hurt.
We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the other tries to embrace. What good could
Let me go ahead and raise the volume of the
come
is
of
a
this
little.
when a king cannot decide what he truly wants? But William knows.
Aha!
He would only listen.
There we go. Maybe?
We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the other tries to embrace.
I don't see a path up there.
What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants? William knows. If you would only listen.
How the fuck do I climb this church?
Leave, peasant.
And what do we have to show for it? Graves and widows and orphaned sons. King Richard promises a better morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings, but he's delivered only death. And what do we have to show for it? Graves and widows and orphaned sons. King Richard promises a better morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings.
Come on!
He's delivered only death. We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage.
Why are you not moving around the corner?
What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants? William knows.
Like, that doesn't. I can't climb those windows for some reason.
We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the
You can climb half the freaking window, but not this one.
good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants. But William knows. If you would only listen. We are
Windows are unclimbable. So here we still don't have a path to go up.
good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants.
I climb. Oh, ooh. Mm,
William of Montferrat. Your way to it.
aha! No, you can't help me, but you can. Alright. Pay me no mind. I just want vantage point. Further up? Good God. Whew. This is tall. It is so tall they put one of the hidden flags on top. I am so gonna die right now. Alright, thank God.
Oh my.
So in terms of our goal for the game, we just want to complete it. We do want to finish all the main side missions, all the interrogations and
Wonder where he's off to.
things of the sort.
William of Montferrat had a vision.
But we're not trying to get all the flags. We're not trying
It's
to.
him we should follow. It's him will lead us to victory. Stand up, friends.
Let me go ahead and raise the volume a little bit more, because we have no subtitles.
Do not allow yourself to be sent to slaughter based on the whims and wishes of an uncertain king. We must rely on men who are stronger in their convictions. Men like William of Montferrat.
Go pester someone else. I do not wish to be disturbed.
There are so many of these goons around, that's a bit of an issue. Because I can knock this guy out wherever I want, but these goons are actually working for the Templar. And as soon as I attack this guy, they're gonna attack me as well. Ah, fuck it. All right.
Stop. Enough. Enough. What is it you want? Gold? I've a few pieces on me. Take them. Take them and go.
It's not gold I seek, but information.
I know nothing.
You know William. Tell me how to reach him.
It's impossible. He meets with the king.
And when will the king be gone?
Today. But it won't help you. They're sure to argue. And then William will retire to lecture the soldiers. So it always goes. Richard berates William. William berates his men. He won't see you.
I already told you. I need to see William. I never said he needs to see me.
Then our business is done.
Not yet, I'm afraid. There's one last thing I need from you.
What is it?
Your blood.
We've turned away from God, and so he punishes us. He sends hordes of heathen warriors to gather it up.
Alright, looking at the memory log. King Richard is visiting William today, and they're almost certain to quarrel. Once they're finished, William will likely return to his citadel to brood. He'll spend the rest of the day scolding his men, distracting him from everything else. Let's see, other thing. This is just a letter. The Citadel's gate will close at the first sign of trouble. There's a way for you to get out of it. The map with all the archers. So that also tells you which path to follow to get to William, I guess. And this is another way to get in if you don't go in from the front door, which I think is probably what. Right. Oh, I guess we're so close to one of these. Might as well do it.
Past misdeeds may be
No, no touching.
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I'll...
Oh. This citizen now. Okay, thank you. I don't know why, but every time I fight someone in this game, I'm reminded of, oh shit, I really should stream Dark Souls, shouldn't I? Thing is, we can't stream Dark Souls at the moment, because the online servers are still offline. Which is a bummer. They took them offline for PC because they spotted a bug that gave people, I think, straight up system level access. And they've recently reopened the ones for Dark Souls 3, but there is no timeline for when the servers for Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 will get back up again. No, Dark Souls 2, not a good game. I finished that game after many, many times of trying and stopping, and I'm still like, I stand by the fact that it is not a good game. Dark Souls 1 and 3 are impeccable.
From me, but I saw the darkness
Where's the
in
one
your
responsible for this?
I'm sorry, I have nothing to offer in return for your sacrifice. But I shall see to it that my brothers know you are a friend.
Alright. And I apologize. Whew. Let us sneeze there. Okay. There's this flag thing.
Who did this? He is an assassin!
Oh, come on.
You're a dead man! You're all dead men! You're all dead men!
I'll have your head.
Honestly, I appreciate your help, guys, but
Dead men!
it's almost annoying to have you here.
Get yourself in.
Because I would kill these guys a lot faster if I could just counter them. But I appreciate the help.
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time, Al-Mualim did not order anything. It is just for my own pleasure that I ask you to find some Masyaf flags I've hidden in Richard's district. Since I am a loyal assassin unlike others, I will tell you what people are saying in Akka. It is important information. But this time, try to come back to me faster than the first time.
Why are you being a dick to me, man? Went over this.
Filthy assassin! Die!
Oh,
Don't let him get
excuse
away!
me. Excuse me. Thank you.
I'll hunt you down!
Please, sir, have any money? No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
Right, let's pop in here so we lose our followers.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Oh, come on. Fuck off. I'm just here grabbing some flags.
You have no business here. Leave.
Your hard work is changing my opinion of you. Here is what I know about William of Montferrat. He and Richard had a disagreement before the king left for Jaffa. Since then, William stays in his citadel, surrounded by his army. Do you have what it takes to attack him in this protected environment? We'll see, but I am still doubtful.
Right? William retreats to the back of the citadel whenever challenged by King Richard's authority. A precarious relationship between the two men seems to have spread to their own hosts, causing no small amount of tension. I suspect William's citadel to be densely populated with men loyal to him. Right?
I wonder if anyone was. You can't just do that.
You can't just do that. Yeah, watch me.
Was willst du? What is that, man? Prévenez-moi
Eh.
si vous l'apercevez. This is an ill omen.
Come no further.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Go, how do... Up. Oh no, there's, how to ride there.
no reason to be here. Leave now.
You have no business. Leave. Assassin!
Alright. Come here. Come here. Oh, you're those kind of losers.
Forbidden to be here.
Oh, yeah.
You're not supposed to be here.
I know. And you're not supposed to be breathing. Okay. Okay. This is the stuff that I think they did a lot better in Assassin's Creed 2, and we're seeing a couple of those examples in this particular climbing puzzles. Like, it's not a lot of the towers we've done so far, you kind of just went up them and immediately you knew like which way you were supposed to go. Here you kind of have to look at it a little bit more closely and trying to find a path that goes up. So I appreciate that. It makes climbing more active than it would otherwise be. Alright, let's go back to the bureau. And you know, I think honestly the fastest way to do so, do this. And then to go back in. If I am not mistaken,
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce
they
your
will
chances
pop
of
me
attracting unwanted
back at the
attention.
bureau. Yo.
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
It's funny how the PS2 and early PS3, Xbox 360 era, people did not realize that subtitles is something that people wanted. William and King Richard will meet today, and if the past is any indicator, things will go poorly. Afterwards, William will return to his citadel and take his frustration out on the men within. Today's event are sure to distract him, providing me with the perfect opportunity to strike. Let me go and look at my maps again. The circular tower is on the bottom right, okay. So what I want to do... So to escape, we kind of want to take the same way that we took to climb on top of the tower. And to enter, if we need to, if we look left of the entrance, there should be a way for us to get up top. Okay. As I was saying, it's funny how back in the PS2 and early PS3 era, we're starting to get a lot of games with voiceover, but people had not yet figured out, oh shit, people actually want subtitles? I guess. I am personally somebody who likes to have a second screen experience going on while I play a podcast or a YouTube stream or something. So I appreciate subtitles because I can choose to focus either on my ears or on my eyes to keep up with the plot and whatever the game's trying to tell me. Oh boy.
Does he really have...
Oh, that hurt.
Now, why is he doing that?
Also, a big fan of the hold the button instead of repeatedly pressing it for QTE kind of thing.
Leave, peasant.
Sure. After you die.
Quelle mouche l'a piqué?
What got him so bothered? We turned away from God, and so he punishes us, sends hordes of heathen warriors to gather at our gates.
Way. Alright.
Souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics?
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Acre's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point! But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
I wonder how I can enter the fortress. Oh. Guess that's not the way I was supposed to enter it. Up.
He must not be of sound mind.
I'm enjoying replaying through this game. Why did you not grab? There we go. I'm enjoying playing through this game, but you can tell that there's definitely some growing pains in what open worlds look like, in what you can do with an open world, that they hadn't quite figured out yet. The bottom right corner. I'm curious to replay through Assassin's Creed 2.
This place is restricted.
Oh,
Stop him!
oops.
Heathen, you'll pay dearly!
Ah, let's just stop and fight.
I'm far better than you on him!
Very discreet. Right. One at a time. Oh, come on. Just hit the guy on the ground. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Have we gotten through the entire garrison? God damn it. This one last guy. There we go. All right. That's how the assassins operate in complete secrecy. We just silently murder everyone, hide in plain sight. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll be excited to replay through Assassin's Creed 2 and see how much that one got closer to a modern sensibility in its formula.
Stop. You must not.
But before we hit Assassin's Creed 2,
Assassin! There's an assassin here!
I think we'll go ahead and also play the two spin-offs starring Altair. Oh wow, you still don't suspect anything?
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Acre for your son Conrad.
For Conrad, my son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancien is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
Hey, the advantage of killing fucking everyone is that nobody is seeing me leave at the moment. Honestly, I'm not even surprised that there's an alarm going on. Like, there's no reason why they should know that the guy's dead.
He's gonna cut you down!
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, kill yourself. Fuck do I care. Alright, and we're out of the Citadel. So we're not quite out of the woods. This idea that there was a general alarm going on after you murder one of your targets. I don't love it. It's gonna persist until we're actually back at the Assassin Bureau. So I hope today to make a good dent in the game, so that we can finish it on Thursday, when we'll have a big stream extravaganza.
Assassin! Don't let him get away!
Name not official or formal, but I have the day off, and oh boy. I don't know how we survived the fall, but okay. I have the day off, and then I won't be able to stream next Sunday and next Monday. So I was thinking that we could use that opportunity to finish Assassin's Creed, play a little bit of Batman, finish Banjo-Kazooie, which we started a couple days ago for our Nintendo 64 Challenge stream series. I don't know, I'll just, you know, have a chill day and have a good time. Probably going live in and out throughout the day. Do a little bit in the morning. Go get some lunch, take care of some errands. Stream another little bit. Alright. And we made it.
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Alright. William of Montferrat sought to kill King Richard. I'd assumed he meant to do this for his son, Conrad, but it seems there was an error. His wish was for the people to inherit the land, free from the whims of petty tyrants. A new world, he called it. What is the meaning of these cryptic words? I shall have to ask William. Yes, thank you.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly dispatch an enemy.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
Whoa.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sable.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear.
That's the thing
Just
that's
as
on
the
the table
role of the
between us.
Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
Hey, I'm learning. Picture sharing knives. Kind of pointless, but. Alright, let's head out and go to Jerusalem for the last murder of this sequence.
What's he running from?
We are currently 5 out of 9 down.
You can create diversions with dead bodies. Soldiers will leave their posts to investigate them, allowing you to...
Alright.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majd ad-Din for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salah ad-Din's absence has left the city without a proper leader, and Majduddin has appointed himself to play the part. Fear and intimidation get him what he wants. He has no true claim to the position.
That ends today.
You speak too readily. This is not some slaver we're discussing. He rules Jerusalem and is well protected because of it. I suggest you plan your attack carefully. Get to better know your prey.
With your help, I will. Where would you have me begin my search?
What's this? You're actually asking for my assistance instead of demanding it.
I'm growing.
I'm impressed.
Be out with it.
As you wish. Here's where I would look. First, to the southwest near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are 2 locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets, near a synagogue.
Thank you for your help, Dai.
Don't foul this, Altair.
Alright. So which way are we going? We're going south. Down the poor district. You murder some fools every once in a while just to remind them of who's boss, you know? Oh. Heyo. Last second save.
Leave, peasant, or I make
Yeah, I'm jumping. Alright. Let's start doing this stuff.
Did you see that?
I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? Help! Please, anyone!
Alright. Come on. Who's next?
Thank you.
Yep. No worries.
I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Yep. Excuse me. Thank you. I hate so much that they wrest control of the camera from you.
Altair, I meant to meet a contact nearby, but the guards seem to have it in for me. Every time I leave here, I'm attacked and forced to flee. I'm simply not the fighter I once was. Would you be willing to see me safely to my destination?
Infidels die!
Oh, you mean you want to die? Yeah, you're right. Here guy just runs away. He's just like, oh, fuck no. He's with boss.
Oh, how terrible. God almighty.
Me.
You're a dead man.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kaçman fayda etmez. Benden uzak dur.
You sure you want to fight me, bud? Yeah, that's what I thought. Dubba 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 dubba.
That these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory. Praise be Salahadin, filthy heretic!
Right. Oh.
Help me! Infidel! You will die here! God protect me!
You sure you want to fight me, bud? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we're close enough that that should be probably the last one.
Who did this? Who did this?
Good. I should be safe here. They won't dare spill blood in front of a holy place. In the chaos, I managed to grab this from one of the guards. Perhaps it'll be of use to you.
Right? Found a map containing the location of the guard standing today's execution. This will make things much easier. Alright. Where am I going? I'm going to this church. Yes.
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
Oh, I can't because there's the spikes? Really? Okay. I mean, if you insist.
Ignorance, violence, madness. We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can. The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Okay, let's go get this guy.
Be wary, friends.
Let go of me. I've got my
Dead man.
Hello? Yeah, thank you. It's easier when you can actually see the people you're fighting, you know?
Good you came along.
It's good that I came along. Let's just get this guy.
Another minute and they would have made
Yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. There, you got your friends. Yeah, they're. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. No worries. No, don't mention it.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it. Oh no.
What is he doing?
Goodness. What happened here?
Huh? Show yourself.
Okay.
Someone should stop him before he
Sorun
hurts himself.
çıkartacak.
Here and through here. Climbing up. Probably the best spot.
filthy heretic!
Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. We're all good.
Could you spare a few coins?
Are you?
What have I done?
Alarislik!
You will not get away from me! Yeah.
You didn't have to die, man. Your choice. No. Hands down. Right. This citizen next.
All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Someone...
Let me just kill these dumbasses. It's easier to do this than to actually have to wait. Enter. Alright, we're actually here. Let's just climb this church or tower or synagogue or whatever the fuck this is.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
I wonder what happened here.
No, please don't leave. Just a
So we've a murderer nearby. Come no further.
How did this happen?
Turn back now. Die, infidel!
Thumbs up.
Wait, why am I still...
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
Why am I still being hunted? What do you want from me?
Oh my! You can't just do that anytime you like. I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few.
The one downside of this game is that it can be a little on the repetitive side. No, bad boy. Bad boy, I say. You sure you want to do the same, bud? Alright, you're lost. Alright, let's get to this murder mission. No.
Along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
What happened here?
What happened? You again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they asked me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Mujduddin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I would be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
Alright.
I do not believe you have finished yet. Am I wrong? Come back when you have shown me the way.
nereye kayboldun?
Now the hard thing is that you have to stay.
Hey! Çık ortaya! Over here!
That's the problem, is that you have to stay undetected throughout these missions. Which is not easy when there is a pile of corpses nearby. Oh, so that's the guy, yeah. Alright, that's one.
Do I look like a merchant?
A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
Now.
And two.
Stop running! Pay for your sins!
Damn it!
You must not. You've chosen the right.
Alright, it's straight up no. Have to stay anonymous even after you finish killing both of them and when you go talk back to the guy. Alright, let's do this again. Yes. Right, number one.
Where is he? Could you spare a few coins?
Nope, I have no coin.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm
Nope.
poor and sick and hungry.
Serves him right for acting like
What?
that.
What is it that you want?
Where are you? What weird path are you walking? Why can't I find you?
Just a few coins, please.
Oh, there you are.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Alright, that should do it.
You are the best the clan has ever seen. Here is my story, Master. I was cleaning the temple steps. I overheard two scholars praising how easy it was for them to pass the soldiers guarding the entrance of the execution plaza. If you time your entry properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards. But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
Yeah, let's go interrogate this guy. The scholars are elected to cause a disturbance at the entrance to the execution plaza. If they enter properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards.
There is nothing more insidious than one who turns his back on the law. For the law was given to us by God. Glorious and exalted is he. To defy it is to disrespect him. And there is no greater evil than this. Majduddin understands. He works to cast out the wicked among us, that we may live righteous lives. There is no harm in naming them. Those among you who defy the law. We are nothing without our faith, without its rules and its direction. To defy it is to defy the one who leads us. Such behavior cannot be allowed.
How about I don't allow your face, dude?
You'll regret You'll regret
May God have mercy on your soul.
You really gotta focus on your main target in these, otherwise you easily get overwhelmed.
May God have mercy on your soul. This won't be too difficult.
And as soon as you beat him enough, everybody stops.
Enough! I still breathe, so you must desire more than just my life. What is it?
You know Majduddin well?
Better than most.
He seems a bit too righteous. Is the law really so important to him?
What do you think?
I think he hides something, and I think you'll tell me what it is.
It's a veil. All of it. Men like me, we are meant to scare them, fill the people with fear. The ones he kills, not criminals, but dangerous all the same.
Dangerous to who?
His plans. Their plans. Yes, he speaks of others. Those he works with. Works for, perhaps. I am uncertain. They need the city, though. Controlling it is important to them.
Why?
You'll have to ask him yourself. Attend one of his executions. It's when he's most talkative, addressing the crowd, hands covered in blood.
Then we are done.
I don't know why he always kills people. Maybe so that they don't say that they've told him information, but feels harsh, man. Majduddin seems to have goals of his own separate from those of his leader, Salah al-Din. He's executing innocent people, labeling them enemies of the city. There seems to be no method to this madness, so now fear grips Jerusalem. No one knows when he or she might be dragged before his blade. Is he simply drunk with power, or is there some greater purpose I've yet to find? Something tells me there is a greater purpose. I noticed that they're starting to raise the bar a little bit. The first few assassinations, you needed to have completed 2 of the missions to be able to return to the, They're really aggro Templar in trying to save this poor woman. Come on. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
You do such an awful thing. God almighty.
Right. Yes. Back to high point.
He must be late for something.
I wonder what
Consume the land.
What's he running from?
Damned archers. We are to launch an assault against one of Majduddin's lieutenants. But we cannot do anything until the rooftops have been cleared. And I have no men to spare. Would you be willing to help? Just make sure they do not see you coming, or we will have to begin again.
Yeah.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Right, that's one.
South comes the English king and his infidel army. What's wrong? They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin
Guy up here?
to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged.
Oh, I guess let's get the third one first. Alright, that's 2.
Get him! I'll get you!
Oh, come on! Oh, that is bullshit, man. Absolute bull crap. Complete bull crap. I forget that this game doesn't have ledge assassinations. Ugh. Alright.
Be wary, friend. The Shaitan is everywhere. Watching, waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong.
Alright, let's do this challenge again.
Brave Saladin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
Alright, that's one.
Existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world.
I am so close to the memory border, it's funny. Ew.
Over here!
Oh, come on! I wasn't even at your height! What the fuck are we doing? Oh. Bullshit pisses me off. Come here. Come here, jackass. Right, let's try this again. The assassination missions are the stealth ones are the ones I hate the most. By a wide margin. Where are you? You're over here.
This is an honor to die in service to God.
Mission completionist tendency.
There is no greater glory than this.
What is he doing?
He's going to hurt himself. I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa,
That's
there
one.
will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. Must be out of his mind. That city is ours, has always been ours, and it is our duty.
Ew. What are you doing? Right, this time let's wait for you to turn.
Stop this man! Give up! You
How did I kill him the first time so easily?
won't get away from me!
Right, you know what they say, 4th time's the charm.
What's got into him? How about we turn around and do the shaitan is everywhere!
What's going on?
Waiting. He tempts us always. Be strong. And I thought I was going to against our enemies in whatever way you
Someone
can.
tell me why he's doing that.
Brave me,
One.
Saladin. He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake. He's going to hurt himself. It is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from
Ew.
resist. We must push back. South comes the English king and his infidel army.
We're gonna try something slightly different this time.
Strange, I've never seen someone do that before.
Alright, that worked. It could fail again, honestly, at this point, whatever. We've done it so many times that one more or one less, not gonna make a big difference.
I'm starting to understand why Al-Mualim favors you. I assume you have been sent to deal with Majduddin, yes? Then it might help you to know that he enjoys lecturing his prisoners before executing them. While doing so, he turns his back to the crowd. It would be the perfect moment for you to strike. Now, I must attend to my men. We have our own targets to deal with.
Majduddin enjoys lecturing his prisoners before executing them. While doing so, he turns his back to the crowd. It's the perfect moment to strike. Alright, if you're there, I'm gonna climb it from this side.
We are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. We must push back.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
See, these towers are not that challenging.
Should Richard take Jaffa,
You can kind of climb them from every angle.
he will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin.
Yeah, nothing else in this corner, so let's go and hit this viewpoint. Because we're still missing one actual mission. I've, talked about this at length, or so I'm not gonna delay.
My family's sick and dying.
Game is fun, maybe lacks variety a little bit. There's the same 4 or 5 kinds of missions over and over and over and over. Like, this is literally the same kind of church that we already climbed once in this session.
Come no further.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Come on, hitting me just because I stand on the ledge a little too long? That's a dick move.
This is fruitless. I'll never find it.
Right. At least this one's an easy.
I am sorry, Ahmad. They came without warning.
My son? They have my son? What is to be done with him?
We did everything we could.
What is to be done with him?
He's to be executed. Today.
No, I won't allow it.
But what can we do? Majduddin will hear no appeals. He says there can be no barter with God's will.
This is not God's will, but madness. I'll go to him myself. Where is he?
He will attend the execution. Perform it even. He enjoys the act. A truly evil man.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
Seems there's to be an execution today, and Majduddin will be in attendance. In fact, he'll be performing it himself. Should endeavor to learn where this morbid event is to take place. Alright. Yeah, it's on the way. Might as well help this poor person. Oh.
Turn back now.
I'm just gonna run this way, okay? Cool.
I'm so hungry.
Be cool.
Mommy, I beg of you.
God is on my side. May God have mercy on your soul.
I always miss the wind up. What you gonna do, bud? That was a bad choice.
Praise God, you.
Alright, then let's go and pickpocket this.
All the city will know of your
moron.
sacrifice.
Where is the one responsible? Go away. annoys me.
I'm trying to.
Did you see the order? He wants us to repair a stage for another execution today.
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's Temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd-Addin parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now, the position falls to him.
You don't
He,
say.
Who was once nothing more than the Emir's
What a
scribe.
coincidence.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work.
Go away!
Alright. We've got the execution plaza map too. Majd-Addin is rumored to have reached his position through nefarious means. These rumors are likely true, as those who preceded him in this position all met with mysterious and untimely ends. The men for whom I learned this carried a map detailing today's execution and will occur near the western edge of Solomon's Temple. There it is. Oh, over here. Okay, pretty close. Nice. Okay, you don't want me going there? That's fine, whatever. I don't care.
I'm so hungry. Just a little more.
No, we are so close to finishing everything, and
You dare steal in my presence?
these guys are on the way. So why not? Why not save the citizen too? It's funny that they let me fight the Templar. And only after that they start approaching me. Yeah, whatever.
God, you've saved me. All the city will know.
Yeah. You tell him. Well, let me go now.
Why is he running around like
I beg of you. I beg of you just a few coins, please.
Where is he going? Why is he doing this?
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Mualim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd-Addin is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mualim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd-Addin does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
One of the men Majideen intends to execute is an assassin. I must conclude my search quickly and to see to it no harm comes to this brother of mine. Alright. And you're dead. That's temple. Let's stay on top of the rooftops.
Leave this place.
Stop! You must not trespass here.
I'm not entirely sure what my approach will be in this caves.
You shouldn't be here. Be gone.
Sure. After you. Because the thing is, you kind of have to be in certain spots for the thing to start anyway. Let me quickly re-watch all I have. Guess I'm supposed to go around that way to strike him from behind?
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? We do not, never! Then you wish to take action? We do! Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice! And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
God curse you all!
Damn.
See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all!
Alright.
Temptress!
Oh. I don't... What? The fuck happened? What are we doing? What? Like... What the fuck? I mean, I had a feeling this was gonna go this way, but still. Bummer. Like, I tried following what I was supposed to do, and it just was not working. Alright, at least he's dead.
Your work here is finished.
No, it had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once, perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Nothing like an extra hit in the neck. Honestly, the easiest way to get out of this is to kill fucking everybody here. So, kill him, boys. No, no touching. No talking either. No talking. No touching. No talking. There's like another 10 people, 8 people. We should call this the red square because of all the blood I'm spilling. Come on, who's next? 6 people left. No talking. 5. 4. 3. And at this point, they all pee themselves. Alright. I love that I'm not even bothering to save my friend. I'm just like, okay, killed what I was supposed to kill. Peace.
You won't get away from me.
Oh, I have no intention of getting away. Come up here. I'm happy to give you all the attention you want. Oh, come on. Come on. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Away with you.
Alright. Where's the assassin? That way. Alright. And hey, we're making good time. Hour and a half. Finish sequence 4.
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
And we're getting boosted out of the Animus.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a
Templar? What?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do?
Well, so this is our reminder that Kristen Bell is in this game.
Lucy.
And the next game.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you.
And the one after
Get
that.
up here, now.
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Oh, you mean in this laptop that you've left practically available for me to use? Are you not? This is gonna be...
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Oh, I see. So we did steal a USB thumb drive or some shit from him, but I guess they're not letting me access the email system.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Maybe. Yeah! Guess that was the point of the USB drive, is that I can walk back out now. That's right. I'm a prisoner no more. She also left me a pencil, which I grabbed, I guess. Never know how much of this stuff is actually mandatory or not. There isn't like a true ending or anything. Welcome, Vidic. Ergo Email Network. Okay, let's start with the inbox. From Alan Ricken, regarding case file 1394, Layla Marino. You told me she wasn't going to be a problem, and here she is stirring up the shit again. Do with this, Warren. You vouch for her. You're responsible for her. Going back in the thread from Lucy Stillman. Mr. Ricken, I'm hoping you might be able to help me understand why even 5 years after the fact, no one is willing to tell me what happened to my friend. If you're concerned about sensitive information being divulged as a result of sharing this with me, I think my record of the company speaks. himself. Thank you for assisting the matter. Best, Lucy Stillman. Oh, so he pretended to be out of the office. But then he says Lucy's stirring up the shit again. Yeah, we really should read these from like the bottom to the top. Tensions mount over Antarctic drilling. The US and EU are once again facing heavy criticism for their decision to begin construction of jointly owned oil platforms in the Weddell Sea. Several supernatural unions oppose the work, claiming it violates the Antarctic Treaty System. The situation has been further complicated by the presence of 2 naval destroyers said to be in the region for reasons unrelated to the conflict. Hurricane season ends, but not the way you think. Increasingly erratic weather patterns have caused the Global Weather Association to abolish the term hurricane season. Once confined to the months of June through November, hurricane duration, frequency, strength, and location have increased to the point where most coastal cities must now live in constant fear of these devastating storms. Abstergo satellite launch postponed. Citing last-minute adjustments to their new all-in-one telecommunications satellite, Abstergo have postponed the launch of their first satellite until December 21st. They maintain that their patented technology will allow faster, more reliable data transmission than previous generation satellites, which suffered from delay and interference. Hotbox. We read this. Yep. Boom. Said wind up like Layla earlier. What do you mean? Nothing. Get back to work, please. Oh, yeah, no. We already read this too. Classified information. The general reminder on employees. Yeah, okay, we read this before. Sender unknown. I know what you're doing. I know what you did. I saw him. He had a metal ball. It opened. They went crazy. Shooting, stabbing, tore each other to pieces. I know it was you people. Saw the logo, heard the name. I'm going to tell anyone who will listen. You'll be exposed. They'll know the truth, and then you will pay, you crazy bastards. You'll pay. Alright. I wonder if I can actually access the server room. Anything in Lucy's terminal that we haven't read yet? Dear Nancy, I'm writing to inquire about the death of a former employee by the name of Layla Marino. I don't know if you were working here at the time, September of 2007. There was apparently some kind of accident, but I'm not able to find any information on the subject. The coroner's office indicated that her file had been sealed. If it was a suicide, why is this information considered so sensitive? Really, Lucy Stillman. Miss Stillman, I'm sorry, but I'm not authorized to discuss the employee or the circumstances regarding her departure from the company. Nancy, I don't understand why this information is so difficult to access. I've never heard of a company having the ability to declare coroner's report proprietary information. That's ridiculous. She was my friend. I just want to know what happened to her. Miss Stillman, unfortunately I'm unable to respond further to your inquiry. I have CC'd Dylan Ricken on this email. Please direct all further questions to him. Thank you. Warren Vidic responded. She killed herself. Sounds like about a relationship with a kid called Newman. Don't dip your pen in the company ink. Now drop it. What a jackass. I don't know if we can access the God. Nope. Alrighty. Let's go to bed. See what the next day will bring.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Oh. You're in a foul mood, Doc. What's up? Great to talk about it? No? Am I bothering your view of the outside? Am I in your way? You like looking at me? Like looking at this butt? Yeah, I bet you like my butt, you sick freak. How you doing, Lucy? No? No pleasantries? Alright.
Lie down, please.
I mean, if you insist.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Alright. Before we continue, this is actually a good spot to take a break. So we will be right back. Alright. Sequence number 5.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable. Finish him.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The Merchant King of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-Addin in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens. The perfect soldiers. A perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acre, known as Sibrand. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
I'm but a blade in the crowd that then murders
I
20
give to
people in
you
a row.
In gratitude for the good work you've done.
So apparently the thing we're protecting and we got from them gave Jesus and Moses and a whole bunch of other things its superpowers, so... That's a pretty crazy twist there.
Is he running from someone?
There's been a lot of twists today. Let's start with Damascus.
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Like, knowing the fact that the war with the Templars is still happening a dozen years later.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the Master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Right, and I think we're going through every middle district, right? Yeah. Middle districts in every town that we're going through this time. Start with this one.
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for.
Sure you will.
After him, faster! We must
Anyone see it? It's forbidden for you to move back.
Oh, I see a couple of very tall buildings I'm gonna have to scale, won't I? Thank you. Oh, it's fine. I guess Acre was the
May God curse him.
the next destination.
He's gone.
If you watched where he was going, just an old man.
South comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides. Then these further attacks might be avenged.
Do I look like a merchant? No.
I'm sorry, where are you assaulting the poor woman?
Out of the way!
I think somebody up on the rooftop saw me and started the alarm. Alright.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
Yeah, blah blah blah, okay. Let me go. Let me go, thank you.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look on your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
My family
What is that man thinking?
Could you spare a few coins?
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Hey.
Pis hırsız.
I feel like I might fail this. I just did not see a path immediately that would take me where I wanted to go. Yeah. Like, we have had to redo a bunch of other missions anyway, so who cares? I'm more annoyed by the fact that it's taking me to the opposite side of the district.
لست حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
Altair, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
أيها اللص.
Zubair seems obsessed with destroying every written work in the city, and every day he seems to gather more and more people to his cause, to join him within the Madrash al-Khalasa. This is where he can be found surrounded by his most loyal men. Master, we are closed now. Soon the entire city will be purged. Every day, more are illuminated and come over to our cause. Should you have further orders, send them to the Madrash al-Khalasa. It is here that Anar resides, surrounded by my most loyal men. I suspect the assassin comes from me, as he has for the others. I do not fear that at his hands, only let him wait until our work is finished. I will continue to keep you informed of my progress. May the Father of Understanding guide you. Okay. I hear you.
أنت حثالة.
Why are you doing this? What have I done?
I'll have your die here. I found him. He's here. I will capture him.
You wish to
I will end your
Come on, up.
How can one expect to defeat
I will end your life. Yeah.
Will you?
Good you came along when you...
Guess we can do this corner
did.
first.
Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Who's responsible for this?
Well, who? I don't know.
King and his army of infidels. They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
He should stop acting like a child.
What's wrong with him?
Alright, we're in the corner of the city now. We can make our way back towards the middle. And hey, there's an eavesdrop nearby, so...
Are you
If you spared a few coins.
Where is he?
No, please don't leave.
Belki sefer elimizden kurtuldu.
What? Just because I bumped into someone? Man, you guys have a fuse that's way too short these days. Come on, who's next? There we go. 3 more.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
No talking. Alright. But,
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Jubair holds daily meetings within the madrasa to speak with his students. Students then take to the streets carrying the message of their master. One of these meetings is about to begin. I think I will. Right. 2 points.
Over here! Kill him! Back here!
Fuck's sake, just leave me alone. How do I... Maybe I need to climb this. Nope. It's really always easier to just kill all of these jerks. Then it used to try and outrun them.
Maybe you haven't noticed. Already lost. Are you still there? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can.
Alright. Let's try to figure out how we do this.
Seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Stop following me and attacking me. Honestly, your stealth system is not good enough for this bullshit. Like, how many of you do I have to kill? I am literally following the same exact rhythm for all of them. It's hilarious. Yeah, no, lady, I'm a murderer. That's fine. I don't care. I was just acting in self-defense.
Praise be Salahadin. He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world.
Fuck you, bud.
We must resist. We must push back. I stand before you to deliver a warning.
Man, this shit's stall. All the way down. Jerks. Oh. Gotta beat up this guy, I guess.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can.
Alright.
The fires of war consume the land.
Jubair's students have uncovered where Jubair's wife hid some books which are meant to be destroyed. The students suspect their master would want to personally burn these documents. The location of this particular burning is within a small park. Master Jubair, I feel your suspicions have been proven true. We followed her as you asked us to and discovered that she has indeed kept the books. We would have taken them ourselves, but it felt best if you attended to it personally. She is your wife, after all. Below is a map that will lead you to her hiding place. It is a small garden, empty save for a sundial and a bench. I am sorry it has come to this, but I'm certain you will do what is right. So it's not one of those two. Okay.
Sister, have any money?
Turn back now.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Sure.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Shotland, there will be
Come on. Bye-bye.
You came along when you did.
Okay. Let's continue towards the bottom so we have less still to walk back to get back to the bureau.
Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Who's responsible for this?
No, absolutely nobody. I don't know anything about it.
horrors in their wake. Al-Hadin rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and finds favor with us. There is no reason for doing
That's a quick way up.
Why did he do that? That looked painful.
Don't do that again, understand? You have no business here. Leave.
Grown-ups are busy, kid. Come on. Okay.
Serves him right for acting like that.
I feel like I'm getting a little quieter. It's just the repetitiveness of the game is maybe starting to get to me a little. Like, you know, I'm still having a good time playing. I just there's only so many times I can complain about how the game is the same, how boring the fights are, and things of the sort. So yeah, we should let's just talk a little bit about what's coming up for the channel in the meantime. We'll be back Wednesday afternoon with some The Longest Journey as usual. No change in that. And then on Thursday, I actually have the day off, so we will have a streamathon. And by streamathon, I just mean that I will be streaming
Another minute and they would have made off with
a bunch of times throughout the day. And part of our goals will be to finish off Assassin's Creed. Oh, you're gonna have to solve something too. Finish off Assassin's Creed doing that stream. Finish off Banjo-Kazooie as well. And also probably, if we have time, play a little bit of Batman Arkham Asylum. Because the reverse side of that stream is that we will actually not be streaming Sunday or next Monday. This would be the 7th and the 10th of October. Because I will be taking a little trip with my girlfriend, so not gonna be around the computer, not gonna be able to stream, just gonna chill. Enjoy fall at its prime. And once we're done with Assassin's Creed, we're gonna move on, and I think our next goal is gonna be to play through Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on GameCube. 'Cause that is a fantastic RPG in the, Paper Mario, Super Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi kind. So the battles are turn-based, but there's a little bit of an active perspective to it too. And just the story of it and everything you do is just fantastic. It's been quite a while since I've played through it, or watched somebody play through it. So I'm excited to get through it on stream. It'll probably keep us busy for a few months, because that's a longer game. Come on. And we're starting to run them down a little bit. I think it's because we've been slowly moving. We've been gathering new people. Thank God. Alright, let's climb the shit.
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Who did this?
So since it's October, next bonus stream material may be something a little bit more along the spooky vibes. Probably something from Supermassive. Maybe replay Man of Medan. Because it's been quite a while since I've done that. Now that the Dark Pictures Anthology's first season is about to come to an end. Yeah, let's give it this Informer and Bond.
God curse the one who's done this. Where are you? Stop running! You cannot escape! Out of the way! Someone's going to get out of my way! Don't let him get away! Find out where he went! Get away! What are you doing?
Whatever, let's just kill all of them. Because of my new ability, I think I can just now, if I mash X, I eventually get through their guard.
May God have mercy on your soul. You're a very skilled opponent, but you will not win. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
I feel like I am the least stealthy assassin this side of bad playthroughs of Hitman. Like, I literally killed all these people because I would rather kill all of them than hide.
Altair, your name is on everybody's lips these days, and for once their words are kind. If you're truly a changed man, perhaps you'd be willing to do me a favor. Jubair has employed certain merchants to spy on the citizens for him.
Oh, it's Jubair, not
They feed
Jubair.
him names in exchange for gold. You would be doing all the city a great service if you were to find these merchants and destroy their stalls. This should end their evil.
Infidel! You will die here! I've done nothing wrong! Nothing! Infidel! You will die here! Get away from me!
Alright, that's one.
Infidel, die! I'll get you!
That's two. That's three. Now I just need to kill these motherfuckers and get back to the informer before time runs out. Which might be easier said than done. Alright, he's the top.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
You've done a good thing today, Altair. In exchange, I'll share my knowledge with you. Your target is likely to be dressed, much like his followers. So here is how to distinguish him from the others. He wears rich golden robes and carries with him a large pouch. Find him, brother. Make him feel pain.
Jubair is known to wear rich golden robes and carries with him a large pouch. From the other scholars I've seen in Damascus, not many fit the description, making Jubair quite uniquely dressed. Not in that one either.
Let me go!
على رسلك.
Come on. Have I maxed out my sync bar? I think I may have. Right. Yeah, that's... well.
Along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Cool. Full story. Sorry, bro.
No reason to stand here.
Can't touch this. Da 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 pa 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 da 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 pa 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 pa. Can't touch this.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Pathetic. Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me a second, woman. Got a couple more corpses. A lot more corpses. Oh. This is really, really slowing down our playthrough.
You came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Yeah, whatever. I don't
You
care.
my freedom, stranger.
I don't care. Just let me go and release my camera. Thank you. All right.
He must be late for something. What's got into him? What would make someone move so quickly?
What's got him in such a hurry?
He must be late for something.
He seems to be in a hurry.
You live a lie, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who
I think I should be able to. Yeah.
locked away. They might still be discovered.
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill this guy and get to Acre and call it an evening. It is starting to get a little late, and I would like to
He's going to hurt someone.
watch and play some other things that are non-streamed.
If you value your life, Altair, my friend, you have become quite the wanted man.
I don't like this 5-minute
I
clock.
must prepare my family for the trip back to the safety of Masayef this afternoon. Could you finish my last assignment in exchange for information? Some men must be eliminated in Jubair's quarter. Be fast, my friend.
Oh boy, that's a lot of people. Okay, let me hit this guy first.
Cursing Christian king and his army of infidels. They go against the will of
I wonder though if, because there's so many, I don't have to be invisible throughout, which would be a nice bonus.
Surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still be discovered. But once burned, these texts can no longer be harmed. Though our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them, it does not mean we must as well.
He has found the
Yes,
strength
praise
and
Saladin.
defense of our great civilization. civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king will wipe from the world. We must resist. We must.
And last but not least, this guy.
My family.
Where are you?
Alright.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm
It's great to see you back so quickly.
That was so easy. I don't know why this one was so
return to my
easy,
family.
but I'll
Before I
take it.
leave, this is for you. I found a map showing where scholars are planning to burn books and other sources of knowledge. Please be careful and let the future reunite us. I'll give your blessings to my family.
Right. I found a map where scholars are planning to burn books and other sources of knowledge. Should Jubair escape me, he probably will travel to one of these locations for aid. That should do it, right? So it's not those two, it's not this one. It's not the one next to it, it's just the one furthest to the furthest to
Surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still be discovered.
all these fuckers
But
around.
once burned, these texts can no longer do harm. Jubair sees things the way they truly are. Sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
I'll teach you to pick a fight.
How can one expect to defeat them? How can one expect to defeat them? This won't be too difficult.
Oh, come on. Stop hitting me.
May God have mercy on your
I'm
soul.
caught in a fucking frame trap here. There we go.
Violence is not the answer, my child.
We're gonna save the lesson.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubair holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
Fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
Jubair scholars are fanatics. They walk the streets, calling out to the citizens, demanding their books and parchments so that they might be burned. They believe that destroying all knowledge of the past will somehow allow for a better future. Altair. I know you don't actually speak English, but it's
Come, people. Come see what my good people. Your search has come to
The
an end.
Christian king and his army of infidels. They go against the will of God and must be made to pay.
Why is he running around?
Now comes the English king and his infidel army.
He better not
They
cause
leave
any trouble.
horrors in their wake. Al-Hadid rides to meet him.
Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. Gel buraya.
No. Aha.
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Where is the one responsible for this?
Oh, I don't know. Definitely not me. Alright. Dustin Zero, go down the entrance.
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qalasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
Oh, thank you for the feather.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Jubair has declared that every text in Damascus must be destroyed, as the pages harbor only lies and their words corrupt men's minds. He preaches this to his students and they support him without question. They meet each day inside the Madrash al-Qalasa. Another of these gatherings is about to occur. I will attend as well, not to listen to his madness, but to end it.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Joppa, there will be no stopping him.
Move.
Let me in? No, of course you're not. Why would you let me in? That would be too easy. I'm just gonna make my way on top of the roof.
You should be more careful.
And on top of the smaller roof. Hop in. What do you want from me? Like, you're wresting control away from me. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I guess just walk this way.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they
We
exist,
recognize them from
you
the
cannot hope
pouch.
to see the world the way it truly is.
I think from the
How
pouch.
can you accuse these
Yeah.
scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes
The
you
whole
weak
golden thing?
and
I'm not
stupid.
sure I understand.
You
but
trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings? You do
Join
anything
them.
for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me?
Pro tip, nobody in history ever, on the good
Your
side of
orders are
things,
simple enough.
suggested
Go out
book
into
burning.
The city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Alright. This is a more interesting mission. I have to give it to them. Because I know exactly where this fucker will be. Is here. This is what doing the missions is supposed to give you, you know? Like, oh, because I did all of the missions, I know exactly where he's hiding. I don't have to go and try and murder a bunch of other people. I can go straight.
Peasant, before I make you.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a new era, one of truth and unity.
Who's attacking me?
Governed by a singular wisdom. Unbeliever!
It is still unclear to me how you're supposed to air assassinate people. I mean, I could probably just...
Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Alright, yeah, let's just try running first. I don't understand how you're supposed to air assassinate people.
Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! Look out! Açılın!
I got you!
Yeah, no, the bureau is closed. How are they still following me? Come on, I'm just gonna kill the fuckload of you and... See, that's what happens when I try to run instead of just killing people.
Death to the infidels! Oh, it can be! Yeah.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Alright, we good? Good. You also want a piece of me? No. Alright, fuck you. Oh yeah.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Today's work weighs heavily on my mind. Jubair swore he wished only to protect the people from repeating the mistakes of their ancestors. A noble goal. Still, his methods were unacceptable. He could not be allowed to continue. Deprived people of so much knowledge. It was not saving these people, but blinding them. Was killing him the only solution? I should return to Al-Mualim with news of Jubair's.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies to gain the advantage in fight.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sabrand.
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes. To reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
What have we gained? Just more damage with the short blade.
God save him. He's gone mad.
Okay. Let's travel to Acre. Start our mission. And call it for tonight. Oh, okay. We'll give it under 15 minutes. We'll call it at 8:30.
When you have been exposed to the guards, break their line of sight and try to hide from them. Stay hidden.
Oh, we actually need to talk to the guy.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafik.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believe myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Okay, middle district of Acre.
Tu paieras cher pour tes crimes. Non, voleur! Tu paieras cher pour tes crimes.
No. We only poke with the swords, not with the hands.
Oh, fortune favors me today.
Indeed it does.
God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
see to it that my husband hears of your
Shut up.
bravery.
Shut up. Just let me climb this thing.
Who's done this? Tell me!
Oh no.
Definitely not the guy who's climbing a building right next to it. Absolutely not. Alright, from here we should be able to climb it all the way to the top. Boop, 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 boop. No offense, I just don't want any annoyances. Yeah, sure. Let's do the Informer Rooftop Challenge. For the birds. For...
Leave, peasant. It's forbidden for you to be here.
I hear you're looking for information on Sibran. Karm's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
Alright. Oof.
You're not supposed to be here. Assassin! Someone send for help!
I guess using rooftops is not a necessary part of it. We're just gonna get to him one way or another. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna feel this one. Oh, come on. Climb the shit. Fuck's sake, yeah, no, we're not gonna be able to finish this.
I like that in the
Oh, there.
mit dem Tode bestraft.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get ready to call it for the night. Now, no touching.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Or whatever.
Dad, that man just killed someone.
Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville, alors restez aux aguets.
Just because I run in between boats, that's all it takes for y'all to be like, ooh, we're gonna kill him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Maybe I just like fucking CrossFit. Fuck do you know? Oh boy. Gimme. Me. Oh, come on. You can shoot me from here to up there, right? No? You totally should! Okay. More shimming. These are exactly the same stones. Whatever, fuck you. I don't know how I had the patience of getting 1,000 achievement points on this game back in the day. Go beat someone up. Morons.
Leave, peasant.
Go beat up a jerk.
By order of Sibrand, all merchant vessels must be turned over to the Teutonic Order. Clear out your cargo. Ship deeds must be presented to the Court of the Chain by midday tomorrow. No exceptions, no delay.
Your path on this side? No. I'll take the flag, why not?
All ships must now be turned over to the Teutonic Order. Complaints and concerns must be presented to the
Nope.
guild representative at the Court of the Chain.
Oh, you just you fucking wait until I find a way to get to you, you
Why would anyone want to do
garbage.
By order of Sibrand, all merchant vessels must be turned over to the Teutonic Order. People, your time has come to an end. I've anything anyone could possibly...
This map is garbage too. Complete garbage. Like literally no way back into it. What is this?
Much to sell.
Someone should stop him before he...
How about you turn around and go away?
À la Risley.
C'est trop facile. Pire, soit.
Oh, come on.
C'est trop facile.
There we go.
Que le Seigneur ait pitié de son âme.
Oh, I forgot to talk to the citizen. My bad.
Thank you.
I was so...
They did not say what they wanted from me, but I saw the darkness in their eyes. I'm sorry, I have nothing to offer in return for your sacrifice.
Shut up,
But I
shut
shall
up,
see to it
shut
that my
up.
brothers know you are a friend.
Shut up. That flavor text is completely pointless because it's the same every fucking time.
Leave this place.
Sure, let me just sing first. Let's say 29. Let's, because we're nearby, let's try doing the Informant Rooftop Challenge once more. If we fuck it up, as we likely will, we're just gonna be like, okay, well, that's a sign we should end it for tonight.
fool doing? Why would anyone want to do that?
Why are you not fucking climbing, man? God damn it, go.
You there! Yes, you! Come! Jump! Ah, you seem to know exactly.
All right.
Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
Sibran will soon retreat to his private vessel, believing himself safe surrounded by water. It will be difficult to approach his ship unseen, but I will find a way. Master, the situation here is dire. Stories of the assassins and their evil deeds continue to plague me. Our losses at their hands have been substantial, but an acre and our other holdings. I fear they come for me next. I have asked my men to increase their patrol throughout the city, and especially the docks, but they have proven quite resourceful. Can I even trust my men? How many of them might be in league with our enemy? I have made plans to move to sea. As soon as she is ready, I intend to board my ship and be away. It is perhaps the safest course of action. Surrounded by water and guarded by my most loyal men, it will be difficult for anyone to approach unseen. Should you have further orders from me, now would be the time to deliver them before my ship arrives. Yours in peace, Service. Alright, we managed to complete this one, so maybe we should do a couple of...
Come no further. You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you...
I'm sorry, you were saying? Oh, sorry, I can hear it in your death throes.
Must be turned over to the Teutonic Order. Clear out your cargo. Ship deeds must be presented to the Court of the Chain by midday tomorrow. No exceptions, no delays. All docked vessels must be cleared of crew and cargo. Captains are to present themselves to a representative from the Teutonic Order for reassignment. Any attempt to maintain possession of a claimed vessel will be punished severely.
Oh.
You shouldn't have done that.
Never a moment's peace around
Now what's going on?
It's not my fault. I'm only following orders. If you want your ship back, speak with the court.
That's not what I'm after.
Then what?
Sabran's claimed near 100 ships. For what purpose?
Fuck it, let's do this.
A blockade. They're to sail for open water and establish a perimeter.
For what? Does Salah ad-Din intend to strike from sea?
No, it's not he we defend against, but ships from home, to deny Richard more troops.
Why would one of Richard's own want to see him weakened in this way?
I don't know. Ask Sibran. They're his orders. I'm just meant to carry them out. Now, Please, let me go. I've told you all I know.
I'm sorry. I cannot risk you telling him I'm here.
Yeah, I guess that's why we killed them. So they can't squeal. Oh, there's a dead guy there? Wow, that's weird. I don't know anything about it, but hey, you should, you know, you should inquire. Yeah, you should inquire, for sure.
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
Right.
What's wrong with him?
Alright, this one. Where's the other?
Where's the one responsible for this?
Two.
Please help me. Anyone?
Oh boy. Nope, not me. Definitely not me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you stupid son of a bitch. Oh god. We really are going from one massacre to the next, huh? Come on. Right. Now's the time I should help this person.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Who's done this? Tell me!
But I need money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry.
Alright, let's try this again. This time the guy behind... Well, no, because we kind of have to get out of it and get back to the guy anyway, so... Both of my actual targets are currently looking at the pile of corpses, so...
Who saw what happened here?
Oh, that pile of corpses is gonna be my undoing.
Where is the heathen responsible for this?
I am just a poor monk. Yeah, Fuck the shit. Like, I knew it was not gonna happen, but... it still annoys me. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk this way. But there were literally 20 guards waiting for me there. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna succeed in doing this. There are some times to go back to their shit.
Leave this place.
Nah, you die. Okay.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
I'm sorry. I should really use those more often. Climb. Up. I'll try to stupid again.
Bin die Rache Gottes.
Sure.
Höre den Zorn Gottes.
I think we have reached the max of our life bar because we got 15 out of 15 other objective and nothing happened. Now. Fuck's sake. You know, if this Templar kills us, we'll take that as a sign that our playtime is over. Alright, let's give this thing another shot.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few coins, please.
Who killed this person?
Alright. Without those people tormenting the poor lady, it's actually a lot easier to kill these jackasses.
Oh, heavens. He should have been watching where he was going.
Ah, fuck's sake! Come here. All because of this jerk.
I'm supposed to be afraid of you.
Okay, I think I have reached my quota of soldiers I'm killing, so... Once more.
Money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry.
Okay, that's it. I'm not doing it again. Fuck this. Alright, we will be back on Thursday to wrap this up. And before that, on Wednesday night, we will be playing some more Longest Journey, which I am really enjoying still so far. So, you can find my stuff on twitch.tv/gameswithnick. Those things I just mentioned will be on that channel. Feel free to hit the follow button and hit the bell so you know when I go live. Thursday especially, there's no set time. It's going to depend a little bit on when I wake up, when I need to go do some chores, when I need to go get lunch, that kind of stuff. But I will be live multiple times throughout the day. All my VODs will get published one at a time on youtube.com/gameswithnick. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave some comments. Always appreciate engaging with my audience. Thank you for watching, and until next time.